Good morning, YouTube and Temple of the Adversarial Forge. This is Palm. Within this video, I'm going to focus on a couple questions or a concept that a Forge member brought up within the group. This issue dealt with whether or not we are or could be a online or virtual coven. I kind of have an aversion to that word. I've always dabbled in the occult, okay, done things with candle magic, divination, but my serious occult study started within a coven, the Coven of the Primal Dawn, to be more specific, out of Amarillo, Texas. The issue was I was the only studious member. I was the only one trying to really grow. For the most part, the coven was nothing but a social gathering. We got together on the Sabbats and the Esbits, and basically feasted, held a group ceremony, But other than that, everyone still had to learn through their own work and experience. We tried to get people to dedicate to doing classes once a week. Traditionally it's a year and a day. I was eventually ordained high priest of this particular coven, but let me tell you what that meant: hierarchy and responsibility. Also, the whole concept of coven from that perspective is counterproductive for the left-hand path initiate, basically because the high priest and the high priestess of that coven become embodiments of the gods, the patrons of that coven. And you can say, all you want, I don't want to be looked at as a god, it doesn't matter. People will start to look at you this way. And not that they worship you, but they depend on you a lot. You'll get calls, people crying 3:30, 4 in the morning. I can't really deal with that right now. The Temple of the Adversarial Forge is a group dynamic, and it's designed so that people from many different aspects of the left-hand path meaning anything not mainstream religion, anything from Voodoo to Santeria to Chthonic Wiccans can join the Temple of the Adversarial Forge. This is about learning from other people and learning to work with other people with the objective of ascension and bettering self. I want all these different paradigms in place. I don't want a coven structure or hierarchy. Now, there are certain things going on in the Forge, if you've been observing, that will allow you to work with other people and alongside others. I'm making public some of the work from Liber Dozak. The students that are doing that work, I'm really proud of. They're doing really well. I expected work to come in at this level, and it's coming in up here, so cheers. I'll drink to that. Next year, I've got a few guys set up for a Skype circle, preparing for the Phoenix Rite next Samhain. So there's going to be a lot of initiatory work done with that, and the 3 crowns of divinity done through Mark Allen Smith's paradigm. If there's any type of material you want covered, you are free to let us know. I'll cover it at some point. That might not be right away. But the point is, if you want to think of us as a coven, that's fine. But it's not true to the true definition of the word. there can't be an online virtual coven. I'm not going to say that. Sure, there can be. It's hard to work out, though. You know, a coven is like a spiritual family. They get together for holidays and celebrate. Now, it is important because it does help you to, and remind you to celebrate the holidays and the Sabbaths and the Esbats. These things are very important, in my opinion, for the success of your magic and your sorcery, because they align you with the forces in nature, both the creative and the destructive aspects. And this is important as an individual, no matter right hand or left hand path, because nature is both creative and destructive. You can utilize demons and druge and devils for positive or negative means. It's really up to the intent of the magician. The point is, we really can't worry about all of these hierarchical and political issues right now. This is not an agenda. Okay, the Forge met resistance right out of the gate with a particular church built around patron gods of one of my preferred magical lodges. I mean, I'm talking about personal attacks on good friends of mine. Now, when you create something substantial, an actual organization or coven, now you're just creating a target to attack. Whenever you create a thesis, immediately is followed with an antithesis. This is just the way it is. It's law. And we're doing just fine. You know, those that want to grow within the Forge are growing, and those that want to just observe are just observing. Everyone's putting into it what they want to get out of it. So if you have any ideas in regard to different groups and study efforts, let me know. I've tried to do things in the past, book studies, things of that nature, and nobody would participate. It's another reason I'm not going to take on a coven situation. Because normally there's a high priest and a high priestess. Well, there's me. I've got a lot of my own growth and ascension to focus on. I'm not ascended. So you've got to just find the initiative to kind of grow on yourself, grow through your own efforts. Now, I know there's something I really need to say, and it's slipping my mind at the moment, but oh, yeah. My experiences within the coven of the primal dawn, as I was saying, no one wanted to put forth the effort. And I remember our coven, more specifically the high priestess, was called out and slandered by a Christian hate group. It's called Repent Amarillo. I mean, we dug into our own pockets to publicly oppose this Christian group and founded the Panhandle Pagan Community Alliance, the PPCA. And we held a public Samhain event. We invited them out to protest, and they tried to pray us off stage. And I got to play the part of the god, of course, the fallen angel Lucifer. It was a very powerful experience, okay? It was founded through opposition, a lot like the Forge. But then you try to expand, okay? You try to grow after that initial punch is over with. And you try to, start handing out responsibilities to different people. And nobody wants to do nothing. Ever. I mean, some of you guys aren't even doing the homework like you're supposed to be. Of course, I don't care. It's not hurting me any. But, I can't put a coven together when people are like that, and it's just a shame. But that's how the majority is. Now this group that was founded on such a great cause is doing nothing. We were supposed to hold occult workshops all the time. I had a buddy of mine, Jason, put on one. I put on 2 different occult workshops publicly in the area. And after that, when the original members left because of the politics and the stupidity and the ignorance, it fell to crap. Now it's nothing but a Facebook group that's posting Wiccan cookie recipes that align with the Sabbath. It's just ridiculous. That being said, I'm done venting, but if you have any more ideas in regard to what you want to do with the group, any ways to enrich it or make it better, let me know. There is something that's being made more official by Serena. She knows what's going on. Whitney knows what's going on. A few people knows what's going on, and they're working and solidifying a project outside of Facebook. But I'm really not going to talk about it, because anytime I've talked about it in the past, people just taking the wind out of my sails. So now it's just a matter of doing it. Look forward to that. Look forward to more video instruction, practical exercises that you can integrate into your own practice, so you won't need a coven, so you can develop yourself on your own accord. These are all things we're going to start to integrate. So with that being said, Forgers, you have a wonderful day. Infernal blessings. Devour, destroy, become or be crushed. Palm Draconis, signing out.